kabar pasar saat ini spesial karena sudah ada beberapa chairman dan juga co-chairman dan juga members dari APEC Business Advisory Council atau ABAC. Kita ingin tahu, kita perkenalkan dulu di sini sudah ada Pak Anindya Bakrie selaku dari ABAC Indonesia Chairman. Apa kabar Pak?
Apa kabar Pak Alkis?
Alhamdulillah baik ya.
Baik, alhamdulillah.
Di sebelahnya juga sudah ada Rose. Ini adalah ABAC member dari Chile. How are you, Rose?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, and then next to Rose is Mr. Richard Van Appen, sorry,
Yes.
from Chile.
From Chile, yes.
You're the chairman for the ABAC.
I'm chairman for this year, yes.
How are you today?
I'm very happy to be here and thank you for the invitation.
Feeling a little bit hot today?
You're not outside, yes.
All right, and next to Mr. Richard, we have Mr. David Towa from Papua New Guinea.
Yes,
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's lovely to have you here. Oke, Pak Anin, kita lihat di sini APEC Business Advisory Council semua bertanya nih, ada event yang sangat besar dengan momentumnya cukup penting. Apa yang disampaikan dari pertemuan ABAC ini sebenarnya?
Saya bicara bahasa Indonesia aja karena orang Indonesia dan yang nonton kan orang Indonesia. Tapi kawan-kawan saya di sini, mereka itu kawan-kawan dari ABAC.
Ya.
ABAC itu singkatan dari APEC Business Advisory Council.
Ya.
Dan Pak Richard ini adalah chairman daripada ABAC 2019, Pak David 2018.
Baik.
Jadi selalu yang jadi chairman sekarang, co-chairnya yang tahun lalu dan tahun depan.
Oke, kita lihat dulu Pak Anin, seperti apa profilnya dari ABAC karena orang perlu tahu dan mengerti seperti apa. Kita balik dulu ke Dita Faisal. Pemirsa, sebelum kita berbincang dengan 4 narasumber yang ada di sini, kita juga harus lihat bagaimana kemudian profil dari ABAC itu sendiri.
Di Bogor, 1994, para pemimpin APEC dari seluruh kontinen berkumpul untuk memperkuat komitmen mereka dalam mencapai perdagangan bebas dan investasi, dan juga terbuka pada tahun 2010 untuk negara maju dan tahun 2020 untuk negara berkembang. Pada tahun 2013 di Bali, Indonesia sekali lagi menyambut para pemimpin APEC untuk berkumpul dan melakukan pembahasan yang bermanfaat untuk masa depan ekonomi dunia. Tahun ini, Indonesia menyambut mereka kembali dalam pertemuan kedua ABAC 2019. Dan salam hangat dari 5 anggota ABAC Indonesia. Akan ada lebih dari 150 peserta mewakili 21 negara anggota APEC dengan 3-6 anggota resmi ABAC. Mereka akan bicara tentang solusi untuk mendukung ekonomi inklusif di Asia Timur dan daerah Pasifik. Sebagai Ketua ABAC, Anindya Novyan Bakrie meyakini bahwa pemilu berjalan damai sehingga tidak menjadi penghalang melakukan pertemuan ABAC ini.
Ini adalah suatu juga tanda-tanda bahwa masyarakat dunia sangat mengapresiasi apa yang terjadi dengan damai pemilu 17 April dan mereka bahkan duduk di sini sama-sama memikirkan bagaimana investasi dan perdagangan Asia Pasifik ke depannya.
Pelaksanaan ABAC 2 Jakarta 2019 juga sebagai bentuk dukungan ABAC Indonesia untuk pemerintah Indonesia. Terutama setelah pemilu, di mana posisi diplomasi Indonesia harus semakin kuat. Indonesia bisa berperan
Dilihat sebagai semacam penyeimbang.
Baik, itu dia tadi sedikit dari profil ABAC sendiri. Sudah 25 tahun ya Pak, establishment dari ABAC.
Ya, dari tahun 80-an ya.
Betul, lebih dari 25 tahun ya. Ini seperti apa sih sebenarnya aim atau goal dari ABAC sendiri di pertemuan kali ini?
Jadi nanti Pak Chairman Richard bisa nyampaikan target daripada Chile tahun 2019. Tapi intinya APEC itu selalu rapatnya 4 kali, yang keempat tuh puncaknya. Puncaknya kali ini di Santiago, Chile. Dan ini rapat yang kedua buat ABAC. ABAC itu adalah tangan bisnisnya untuk APEC, di mana memberikan masukan kepada pemimpin-pemimpin di APEC. Nah, kenapa APEC itu menarik? Karena Asia Pasifik itu dari sisi jumlah trade atau perdagangan tuh sampai 54% dunia. Dari sisi investasi juga sekitar 48%. Lalu dari sisi kita bicara PDB itu bahkan bisa sampai 55% dari dunia. Dari sisi penduduk itu 3 miliar orang hidup di Asia Pasifik. Jadi hal-hal ini benar-benar relevan ketika pemimpin-pemimpin bisnis 21 negara duduk untuk memberikan masukan nantinya kepada pemimpin negara di 21 tempat itu.
Yang dihasilkan dari pertemuan ini kan berarti kan memajukan lagi paling tidak penetrasi ekonomi atau bisnis yang ada. Bukan hanya bisnis to bisnis tapi juga dengan government.
Yeah.
Tapi saat ini trennya di mana Pak Anin?
Yeah. Kelihatannya sekarang itu yang paling penting mungkin bisnis mesti memberikan masukan yang lebih kepada pemerintah supaya public-private partnership ini juga berjalan lancar. Nah, salah satu hal yang dilakukan ABAC pada saat ini ialah seminggu setelah election kita mengadakan rapat yang begitu penting melibatkan banyak stakeholder. Ini menandakan bahwa Indonesia ini dianggap aman, menarik untuk investasi, menarik untuk menjadi penyeimbang perdagangan dunia. Dan isu-isu yang relevan buat bangsa berkembang seperti isu perempuan, pemberdayaan perempuan, isu inklusivitas itu sangat menarik untuk dibahas.
Okay, so I would love to ask Richard, Mr. Richard, what is the atmosphere of all this Business Advisory Council goals that you already addressed to such of all the businessmen and all the businesswomen in the world?
Well, we are at the moment in very exciting times because we have put part of our priorities to have inclusive growth.
Yes.
And very important to use this digital era. I mean, we are learning every day, and yesterday we had a wonderful luncheon where 2 women entrepreneurs were helping farmers, and pregnant women how to make a living. And it's really emotional to see how many people are getting involved and the opportunities that we have. And everybody is today, we are all behind to try to incorporate within the 21 economies more opportunities, especially for young people, also for our seniors, especially for women. So I think this is a great opportunity that we're using, and we hope that in Chile we can gather momentum. And with today's tensions in trade, we hope we can leave them behind and look forward, because there are many people who are looking at us that we need to solve problems and give them equal opportunity.
Underlining the tension that you mentioned earlier, what do you think the effort of decreasing that tension or of loosening that tension that has been all over?
Well, it's been, in my view, unfortunate because today the world, and we are seeing the consequences, IMF has just decreased world growth. So that has a huge effect, especially on people who are poor. So we are coming with the contrary. We are coming with an optimistic view. We are seeing more the opportunities and convincing our leaders that what we need is to use this wonderful tool today, that we can connect people, connect not only businesses, but also in terms of culture, of music, and that the world is smaller and a nicer place to live.
Do we still have a big place of big opportunities that you might see in the future?
Well, if we are able to, and I think this is unstoppable, because I see, especially today, young people, you can see it on the streets, you're on the bus, everybody is connected, in Indonesia as well. You have a lot of people who have their smartphones, and they have a wonderful tool at their hands. And it's not only young people, as I said, also senior. And it depends on us and to work together, public and private partnership, that we can give the conditions that people can express and use their talents. And we're going to see wonderful things in the future, I believe.
We will continue after this. I believe David is not really strange with this condition. This is really familiar for you. Why is that? We will continue after the break.
Sure. Selamat sore and welcome back to this special ABAC edition on TV1.
Wow, that's... So David have the background in broadcasting?
Yeah, so what a lot of people don't know is that roughly 27 years ago I gave up a career as a newsreader.
And then, wow. Coming from the very east side, from Indonesia, David, it's a proud country. And then you are now here from, like how many years you've joined ABAC?
I've been on ABAC for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
So what are the challenges that are for you real and challenging?
So just a bit of background on Papua New Guinea. We're your eastern neighbour.
Yes.
And many of our people have relatives over here in Indonesia. So there's a synergy that's been there for a long time. And, you know, we've been a member of ABAC for a while, but I guess it was our friends in Indonesia who convinced us when ABAC was held here in 2012 that we had the capacity to host an ABAC year. And from those beginnings in 2012 in Bali,
Yeah.
our Prime Minister made a pitch, we got the job, and then some of us got pitched in, and then last year we presented. And to the subject matter that Richard was speaking about, in terms of inclusive growth, in terms of the cultural experiences, etc., it allowed Papua New Guinea, I guess, for the first time, to present itself to the APEC community and to the world. So it's been a wonderful ride for us.
Yes.
And we're only now starting to, I guess, realise some of the things that we talked about in our year.
How's the digital era influencing this ABAC environment in Papua New Guinea?
Well, digitisation globally
Yes.
is, I guess, the next wave. They talk about the revolution, the fourth, is it?
Yes.
And
Yes. Fifth.
yeah, fifth revolution,
The
there
fifth
you go. I'm
revolution.
already behind the pace. But in terms of digitisation, it will mean transformation for Papua New Guinea. We're getting an undersea cable this year, partly as a result of discussions during our APEC year. And, you know, the ambition in Papua New Guinea by the end of this year
Yeah.
is to have affordable, reliable and more available internet for our people.
Oh, it's still a problem there. It's still a challenge.
Yeah, it's
there.
very infant, you know, but I guess when you look at where we are in terms of the progression line,
Yes.
we have an opportunity to leapfrog. So we'll be catching up in no time.
Okay. This is one of the proudest moment as well, because we have one pretty beautiful lady here. So Rose joining us. Rose, this is the first time you're on TV?
Yes, my first time. I'm a little bit nervous.
It's okay. Rose, what is it like for you as a woman in joining ABAC? How many years you've been joining ABAC?
This is my first year also.
Okay.
It has been a very beautiful experience, and not only for knowing all these beautiful people and experiences and flavors and topics, it's because the role I think that ladies and women are playing in ABAC meetings. Yesterday we were discussing about the importance of inclusive growth.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's a great opportunity to lead this from a female perspective.
Okay.
I think that women must have some roles to follow. And
True.
if we are here, it's because we believe that we can make big changes, and our point of view is going to make some different perspective, add some different perspective to the discussion. For me, has been very, very beautiful.
What was your
And
what was your concern? Which part that you want to took in female
that-
empowerment?
it's not only related to female,
Yes.
it's related to how we can give opportunities to young ones, young entrepreneurs, young ladies. If we are here, it's because we believe that we can make big changes. Changes related to the economy, but also changes related to our earth.
Okay.
Here we have big opportunities. Today we were discussing about an APEC Entrepreneur Challenge. And I believe that we have great opportunities to show that we can, and that we can do great stuff.
Wow. Okay, Rose, it's really okay. It's really genuine your purpose here, and we can see that there's always a place for women in ABAC. That we can see the power of women there, right?
Yes.
And Richard, would you see? Did you see any more concern that you wanted to enhance or develop in, I don't know, maybe next 5 years in ABAC point of view?
Well, I think something that has been a concern with a lot of these forums is how we can connect with the common citizen, how we can connect with the young people. Today, you know, with the social media, there's a lot of information. Everybody is more informed. And we need to listen more. We need to listen what are the concerns, what are the challenges. And it's a big surprise. What they want is equal opportunity. They want to have the opportunity to develop their talents, which is widely spread around the world, in every region, in different countries, different genders. And I think in that sense we need to have this connection. We need to find ways through the social media that we can receive that feedback. And really we want to make an impact. We all are aligned, you know, all the ABAC members of the 21 countries, and this is amazing. Sometimes the politicians don't agree, but we all agree in what is our purpose, and we're dedicating here our time because we really believe that we can hopefully change the lives of many people, and especially the ones fortunate like us who have had a good education and good opportunity. We want that other people also have those conditions.
Pak Anin, birokrasi tadi, birokrasi, terus kemudian juga tadi hubungan juga dengan para politisi atau politikus kita gitu. Itu yang mungkin salah satu jadi tantangan juga untuk melancarkan konektivitas yang diharapkan oleh Richard tadi. Apa yang bisa ditambah lagi dari sini?
Memang keberhasilan daripada APEC secara umum ialah kemampuan dari dunia usaha atau bisnis berkomunikasi dan meyakinkan pemimpin-pemimpin negara atau suatu pemerintahan lah ya. Dan memang kita bersyukur di ABAC Indonesia ini baik Pak Presidennya maupun para menterinya ini hubungannya baik dan juga dapat bicara dengan bahasa yang sama. Sehingga kalau kita bicara mengenai isu-isu tadi, entah perdagangan, investasi, inklusivitas, digital, pemberdayaan perempuan, itu semuanya nyambung dan kita malah bisa memberikan masukan yang konkret gitu. Dan memang ya kita mesti memikirkan apa yang terbaik buat masyarakat masing-masing. Akan tetapi kadang-kadang banyak kasus yang kalau kita bekerja sama dengan negara lain, justru pasarnya lebih besar dan kita bisa memecahkan masalah, memberi pelajaran kepada negara lain dan sebaliknya. Jadi tidak perlu semuanya itu dipelajari sendiri karena mungkin ada beberapa hal yang pernah terjadi di tempat lain atau sebaliknya kita bisa memberikan masukan kepada negara lain apa yang bekerja di sini bisa dipakai di tempat lain. Betul.
Tapi kalau dari semua negara ada 21 negara ya, Pak Anin. Sama tidak sih prioritasnya? Elemennya kan banyak, aspeknya banyak, tapi sama tidak prioritasnya? Atau masing-masing punya prioritas sendiri?
Udah pasti prioritasnya nggak semuanya sama karena memang setiap negara itu atau masyarakat atau ekonomi itu kan beda-beda ininya, statusnya, standarnya dan lain-lain. Kita punya negara yang sudah maju sekali, ya seperti misalnya Amerika, Jepang, lalu Korea, negara yang berkembang sangat cepat. Entah namanya Cina, ada Indonesia, Chile, ya tentunya kita bisa berdebat mana yang sudah maju, mana yang berkembang ya. Ada yang berkembang dan maju juga. Tetapi mereka itu intinya bagaimana bisa memberikan manfaat sebesar-besarnya kepada masyarakat negaranya, tapi bersamaan meningkatkan perdagangan dan investasi. Karena bagaimanapun juga kan untuk bisa memperbesar ekonomi atau pertumbuhan, ya ujungnya ekonomi mesti berjalan. Untuk ekonomi berjalan, mesti ada perdagangan dengan negara lain. Dan mesti ada juga investasi supaya ya perusahaan-perusahaan bisa maju, pabrik bisa berkembang, dan bisa berdagang lebih banyak lagi. Tapi manfaatnya apa nih buat masyarakat luas? Karena kan kayak populasi kan piramida. Jadi bukan hanya yang di atas, tapi yang di bawah juga penting.
Betul. I said earlier to Mr. Anin, there are many elements. When we have 21 country joining ABAC, and each country have different priorities and goals. Like, what are the Papua New Guinea priority joining this ABAC as a member as well? And where do you want to go from there?
Well, I guess development and progress is always everyone's ambition.
Yes.
But you're quite right. There's 21 economies, from the largest economy in the world to a very modest economy such as ours or Brunei's. And you know, really the priority for an economy like Papua New Guinea is the inclusion agenda. And it's bringing more of our people into the economy and allowing more of our people to share in the goodness of the economy. And we do that by engaging in the dialogue. One of the great things about APEC and ABAC is that many people do good things and you can borrow good ideas.
True.
And sometimes some ideas don't work, so you can say, well, I won't use that idea, I'll move on to this idea. So there's that opportunity, as well as the underpinning reason why we're together, and it's all about global trade, multilateral trade, because the evidence is overwhelming and we hear it all the time.
True.
A large percentage of the global population has been pulled out of poverty because of this whole trade environment, and that's one of the things that we continue to emphasize whilst moving into the new topics such as digitization, climate change, etc.
And another thing, I think that it's a big opportunity to stop. The world is changing so fast that during these days we can stop for a while, think, dialogue, and make big changes, because we have the opportunity to be all together for 2 or 3 days and have the moment to do it.
Richard, as a chairman, there's a lot of spectrum that you have to support, right? David said, from the biggest economy country to the modest one. So where are the ABAC concerns? Was it the micro economy or the macro economy? Which one is the areas that is the priority first?
Well, obviously we need growth.
Yes.
Without growth, we cannot give opportunities. So this is something that we continue to stress out. But actually where we are concentrating is in the microeconomy, because, as I said before, we want to go and understand the difficulties and the challenges that the people have to develop their talents. So we are looking at very practical solutions. For example, now in digitalization, we are asking governments today to provide infrastructure so that people are getting connected, and especially regarding micro, small and medium-sized businesses, that the regulation is very simple, that hopefully there's not red tape, and that people can start a business without having to do too much paperwork and difficulties. And hopefully it's very easy. And this should be across the 21 economies. But then we are also tackling things like global change, global warming. Because this is a big issue. I mean, this is something, if we don't take a leadership as business leaders, and we don't have an opinion about this, and we start to take measures, I mean, we need to look to the next generations. We have here something that we need to do, and we are all involved in this. And I think as ABAC members, we all agree that this is something that we're going to raise our voice with suggestions and also with example. I mean, we and our companies should also start to do small measures, but we don't have much time regarding what we are seeing from the data. So we are all concerned in that sense, and we're fielding this also with our children, you know, and our people around.
So there will never a dilemma to prioritize the environmental safety?
Well, if we want to have a sustainable world for the younger generations, we need to tackle this. And it doesn't make sense that we are polluting our seas, our air. You know, we need to start to think differently. The circular economy, what is going to happen with our waste, what is going to happen with the fuel. So there are a lot of challenges that we have as a world. And sometimes I believe that the younger generation are teaching us something that we are not seeing. And they're seeing it very clearly. And in a very smart and easy way. I mean, they're changing their behavior.
Oke. Pak Anin, untuk sum up semua ini, kita punya challenge infrastructure, kita punya masalah side effect juga dari pembangunan, dari bisnis yang berjalan. Bagaimana ABAC menempatkan dirinya, memposisikan dirinya menjadi solusi. Bukan hanya pekerjaan baru, tapi juga solusi untuk masalah-masalah yang ada.
Jadi memang yang paling penting ialah dua ya. Dalam diskusi ini benar-benar kita bicara isu-isu yang relevan. dan diberikan suatu usulan, solusi kepada para pemimpin negara atau pemerintahan. Dan ini selalu dilakukan di puncaknya dalam hal ini di Santiago di Chile, jadi pada bulan November. Tapi penting juga untuk masing-masing pemimpin di negaranya masing-masing melakukan implementasi di dunia usahanya. Seperti saya di ABAC Indonesia, di sini ada Pak Kartiko, Bu Shinta, Pak Hendy, Pak Erwin, Pak John, mereka juga sama mengimplementasikan apa yang kita pelajari di dalam ABAC ini. Karena ABAC itu juga ada beberapa grup diskusi. Jadi misalnya financial inclusion, lalu ada juga mengenai regional integration, lalu women sama MSME empowerment. Nah ini semua ini banyak ilmu-ilmu yang sebenarnya bisa disosialisasikan dengan baik dan diimplementasikan untuk kepentingan masyarakat kita sendiri.
Satu pesan pendek dari Pak Anin untuk generasi muda.
Ya, intinya kita semua ini merasa ke depannya sangat besar peluangnya. Apalagi buat Indonesia yang diprediksi dalam waktu 20 tahun bisa menjadi ekonomi paling besar nomor 7 di dunia. Nah, ini tidak akan bisa tanpa usaha keras, mengambil resiko, dan juga tentunya terus belajar, dan inilah salah satu cara kita untuk belajar dari negara lain dan sebaliknya.
Boleh saya minta motivasi dari masing-masing satu saja ya? Would you give one simple motivational message to the young generation, Rose?
That believe in yourself, everything is possible. And if you dream high, you can achieve anything you want.
Richard?
Well, she took the words, but it's very important that you believe in yourself and take the opportunity, because with this new era, I think it depends from you, and the world depends on the talent that is spread around the world. So I hope you try, because it's worth to do.
David?
I think it's pretty much the same thing. The way that things are progressing so rapidly, there is lots of challenge, but challenge brings with it lots of opportunity. And so I think a little bit of focus from our future generations, and you'll reap the reward of all that opportunity.
Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, David, Richard, Rose, Pak Anin, terima kasih. Mudah-mudahan message-nya sampai, pesannya sampai ke mungkin mereka-mereka yang juga baru mau menggeluti dunia bisnis, dan ABAC members bisa jadi inspirasi dari pergerakan ekonomi kita. Terima kasih Pak Anin, Rose, Richard, and David.